Yo, Movie Mystics, what's happening? So I'm back here from Fantasia. I'm back in Ottawa. I'll be back to Fantasia this Friday for the day. But I got to play catch up on these New York Asian Film Festival reviews. So I was planning on doing one on Sunday in Montreal, but it just didn't happen. And so now I'm playing catch up big time. I was going to do, I think it was like, I was up to 4 for Sunday, and now I'm up to 6. So this is going to be the biggest stream for the film festival for this year. I anticipate, at least. So without any further ado, let's talk about some films. So the first thing I noticed about this film is on Letterboxd, it has a different title. I don't know, whatever. It's got various titles, but I received a screener called for a film called Samurai Fury, so that's what I refer to it as. The first thing I need to address with the film Samurai Fury is that the screener given to me was in terrible resolution, something like 380p. It was so choppy that it certainly affected my enjoyment level. The movie itself had a very familiar script. This is another interpretation of Seven Samurai, which I've not only seen before, but I've seen before this year. So the visual candy is sort of what's going on here. To have that deprived, in a sense, really affects my thoughts regarding this film. But if we take it for what it is, the action is pretty nice. It is a bit tame, though. To show decadent corruption, sometimes you need to go further. The depravity of corruption doesn't need to be present in every scene, but having it linger around a little bit more could have worked well for this cliched tale. The sets and costumes are... sorry, just sipping some coffee. I'll be taking sips between reviews. And everything else gets 4.5 stars, or like 5 stars. So that's now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Daughter's Daughter. It's one of those dramas that doesn't present easy answers to do with family, like a Hirokazu Kurita film. But this happens to come from Taiwan. There's a lot of NYC stuff as well. The tale is tragedy laden, but the answer is what to do going forward and what is possible for the future, not necessarily what can be rectified yet. What can be done for the future arguably can rectify things. You see, it is just not a simple tale, but that should be good news for you. It's something to dwell on, something to ponder after the end credits have rolled and you have moved on to doing something else. The acting is as good as the scripts. This is just a top-tier drama coming from Asia that is doing well critically in Asia and could be of interest here in the West, mainly for the curious-minded, though. I think that how quickly you are to judge specific people is revealing of your own limitations for empathy, and the longer you take to dwell to come to some sort of conclusion could reveal your own true character. Ooh, that was cool, huh? Like that review? I thought that last line was cool. So, The Stone. Okay, on a superficial level, the movie The Stone is like Thailand's answer to Uncut Gems. It deals with appraisal of jewelry, and it has an anxiety-inducing scenario. In Uncut Gems, we have Adam Sandler being the appraiser, getting into all kinds of trouble. Yet in this movie, it's a young man trying to sell his father's amulet collection for a rich Buddhist household. He learns early on that it's worth a lot, but there are a lot of brutal middlemen who want either a cut or it all for themselves. The movie ratchets up the tension throughout, and is also a lot of fun to watch. Our main character is untainted from the gangster corruption seen here. Our moral side can fully identify with him as a viewer, as he tries to navigate this seedy yet specific world of high-stakes appraisal. The cast of unsavory characters is a lot of fun, and some of them are legitimately menacing, while others would like you to believe they are, but are kind of goofy and ultimately forgivable alternative people. The intrigue behind the world of appraisal and the characters take a backseat to a great script that knows how to place that when and where and give you the ultimate ending to a roller coaster experience. Yes, it was a very solid ending. Okay, next up. The movie How Dare You is a lot of cute fun. It looks at one smart and sassy little girl who uses her dynamism to channel Greta Thunberg in a mischievous sort of way. She's able to sound like Greta, but sounded indignant, informed, and into generational beef. It's all about being mad at the grown-ups for the sake of climate change and or childish mischief. She's able to get a couple of little boys who have a crush on her to hang out with her and create mischief like shooting off fireworks at meat vendors, freeing cows, clogging exhaust pipes, etc. It's all benign childish mischief, but eventually someone will have to put a stop to it. And it's not very nice to abuse two little boys who have a crush on you by making yourself a cult leader and them the subjects. I like the playfulness of the movie. The child actors are great. I like the cute little t-shirts, to the antics they get involved in, to the fun score we get that amplifies the colorful nature of this film. It was also a mind-altering experience to see such a good child actors from Japan. Maybe I'll be able to follow their careers in the future, but this movie had me grinning throughout and even afterwards. It's true. I grinned when I just saw the poster just now. I really like this film. And the movie Somebody really threw me off in a great way. We get the tale of a meanie kid, then jump into her life 20 years later, and she manages to be even more volatile. The stuff we get in the first bit, the childhood tale, is extreme, and later in life, it manages to get even more extreme. It also has one of the most effective and unsettling final shots of any movie I've seen this year. It's all earned. It's not excessive and jarring. This tale is simply dark and wretched, in the best way possible. You might be too squeamish for this, or it might be exactly what you wanted. I really look forward to stumbling upon Asian movies, in this case a South Korean one, where there's a nice mix between stylized genre violence within a really good but somewhat broody drama. I think the best part of the film is when our villain is a little girl, but at the end pays off. As mentioned, it's also interesting to see we have two separate protagonists in the receptive sections of the movie with one principal baddie. I'm not sure this will find its audience, but really hope it does. It deserves to be seen and cherished. There are enough cinematic baddies out there, so hopefully we can get the word out. Aha. And last but certainly not least, 5 stars, right? So we got a 1 3-star, we had 4 4.5s, and now we got our 5-star film, the best for last. And before I read you the review, know that I have an interview with the director, which drops tomorrow. The movie Transcending Dimensions was a revelation. I thought that perhaps it was going to be a jabroni affair, something silly and disposable, but that was far from the case. It blends the world of the Yakuza within the world of cults. The occult is shown off, but it's depicted within a grounded approach. There are plenty of trippy images, but not an oversaturation of them. It's quite unique like that. It can remind you of films like Holy Mountain in 2001: A Space Odyssey, but then be a grounded crime film with some different imagery. The title alone sounds like it could be goofy, but it's not a goofy movie. It's an important one to me because of the great balancing act that it does. It deals with the occult, but can't be accused of being pretentious and indoctrinated trash. It's clear to me that I need to see more by this director. Some of his past work is also being highlighted at the New York Asian Film Festival, and this film will also make its way to Fantasia Fest. This is the sort of revelatory film I seek, but usually just stumble into, and now I've got a new director to get into and appreciate for the future. Guys, I hope you enjoyed rocking with me this morning, or, whenever the heck you're listening to this. What's the date today? It's July 23rd, 2025, 11:42 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'm about to wrap up this stream. We reviewed Transcending Dimensions. 5 out of 5. Somebody, 4.5 out of 5. How dare you? 4.5. The Stone, 4.5. Daughter's Daughter, 4.5. And Samurai Fury, 3 out of 5. It's been a lot of fun doing this. But I'm going to sign off now. And if you're much y'all on Friday, the 25th of July, 2025, maybe give me a rain a ding, give me a shout, holler. Maybe we'll just say hello, give you a high five. But that's it for now. And I want you to enjoy life.